You leave that squirrel alone. Yeah, he don't want you. That's why he ran. He don't want to play. So I love going for walks here. So quiet. The river's right down that way. We'll get to there in a minute. Go down this little road here with the canopy. No trespassing. Nice, quiet. Not many houses out here, but it's building up quick. So this route I'm taking today is just under 2 miles. During the week I try to keep the routes down just due to working full-time job and then getting dinner ready and everything else, after that, because life responsibilities of having a kid and a home. But on the weekends I try to do the longer routes, and that's where I do the conservation areas that the state has turned into protected areas from building. And a lot of them have horse paths or walking paths. A lot of them are used for hunting during hunting season. So me and my wife, and we'll take Blue with us just to get him into shape too. And we'll record those. And we'll come up here, make a left, and go down by the river. And hopefully you won't see anybody else walking dogs. He seems pretty high-strung right now. Probably get pretty worked up. He won't attack them, but he's got a lot of pit in him, so he gets very excited easily. And I guess that can be mistaken for aggression if you don't know him. Huh, Boo-Boo? Huh, Blue? Yeah, yesterday we tried going for a walk, but it rained us out. Didn't get to record anything. Thankfully it's just overcast today. We got the cold front coming through. And then this road up here takes us down by the Ocklawaha River. It's not a very highly used river. It's got a dam called the Ocklawaha River Dam. And there's a restaurant over there too, if anybody's ever over here in the area. Open Monday through Friday or Sunday till 2 p.m. I don't know if you can see it from there or not yet, but we'll see it up here on the right when we go by. And these people getting in the Christmas spirit. I think it's a little bit much, but to each his own. I'm more of the bah humbug type of dude, but whatever floats your boat, and I don't mean water. Big Santa, that's for sure. This is one of the nicer looking areas of the neighborhood. Beautiful houses right there on the river. And there's the Ocklawaha River. Kirkland's Landing. It's actually my neighbor's property. He owns all this stuff down here by the river. Those 2 lots. He owns that house down there. Doesn't live in it. He lives in the one over by us. But he's lived in this area for 20 years before they started building a lot of these homes back here. This area was known as, well, what we called it, the Lost Roads, because there was hundreds of roads out here but no houses. And on the weekends we would bring the cars out here, or trucks or whatever, and we would set up racing areas for quarter miles. And county cops came out here, or sheriffs came out here quite a bit. Thankfully we were able to avoid them. This house right here, my wife loves all the stone and woodwork, but it's not on our route today. Going back up here, another 3/4 of a mile to go, make it our 2-mile stretch. You doing okay, Blue? Yep, pulling strong. Amazes me sometimes the amount of energy he has. You know, even though we walk him quite a bit, he always seems to have more energy than you expect. I'm coming up to another stretch of road that I like. It's a pretty secluded area. I don't think anybody's going to be able to build houses out this on either side of the road up here. It's a lot of swamp. I mean, you see the pine trees there, but it's hiding its true nature. This is all swamp, so no one's likely going to ever build in here. Have to be careful, because one day we came up here, up around that curve up ahead of me to the right. There was a gator sitting out there. He came after us when I was walking Blue one day. Had to start a little jog. A quarter mile, that thing kept coming. I think it was probably hungry. It was definitely hot because it was sitting on the pavement. So it had plenty of energy from being warmed up. And I guess people still feel the need to post a no trespassing sign on swampland. The odds of somebody wanting to go in there is slim to none. But as you can see, not a house out here. This is the area where that gator was at. You can see the slide right there where they go in and out. He was sitting like right there by the road. But it's such a beautiful area out here. I love walking here. My wife, you know, she's more the gym type person. She likes going to the gym and pumping the weights and all that. Me, I'd rather get it out here walking the dog or doing something, you know, where I'm getting something completed, because I feel whenever I go to a gym like it's like I'm wasting time. I know there's probably some people that disagree, but you don't really get anything accomplished when you go to a gym. Whereas right now, I can walk him, get his exercise in, and get my exercise at the same time. You know, kill two birds with one stone. I've thought about going to the gym to help bulk up a little bit. This is my turnaround. There's a house up there. There's a house down this road too, but right up there he'll take you to the main road, and then I don't like walking on it because there's sand spurs all over the place on the grass, and you can't let the dog walk on there. You got to stay in the road. And You get people that just like to fly down that road, even though it's only 40 miles an hour. So I'd rather not risk it. But yeah, I mean, I've done my share of working out in the gym before. I've pumped iron. It's just I'd rather get my muscles from doing work, like on a homestead or taking care of my home, versus spending that time in a gym. So, but that's just me. I don't know if anybody else feels that way either. But I'm sure y'all let me know in the comments if anybody ever watched this. And even if there's not sand spurs out here, you still have to make sure you don't let your dog walk in certain areas because there's briars all over the place. I don't know how many people are familiar with Florida, but in some areas we got briars for grass when it's mowed. So your dog steps on them, they'll be in the world of hurt. But there's lots of briars, blackberry briars, or I don't even know what all of them are, but you go into these woods and I'm sure you could find some blackberries, raspberries. What is it, boo-boo? You gotta mark it. Yeah. There's like a little pond right there. A bunch of weeds or reeds are growing up in there. Get them dry spells and it just fills up with grass. And y'all see he wears the red support animal vest. And yes, he is a registered support animal. He's not a service animal. Don't mistake that. I have PTSD from being in Iraq and going to war back in 2003, 2004. And he helps me cope with, whenever I'm having a specifically hard day or whatever, he actually notices and come over and start licking and try to distract me, so to speak. But we've had him for 7 years now, and it's been a wonderful dog. A little vocal sometimes, but it's a great dog. But one of the reasons we've been so delayed in starting our homestead and moving out of here is we've had a few medical conditions that we had to get straightened out. My wife and son both have POTS and SVT. Well, they had SVT, but they both underwent surgery and had the nerve cluster ablated. And so now they just have POTS, which is, taken care of through diet, exercise, and medications as needed. And then I've had to undergo cervical fusion earlier this year. It caused me to put on about 55 pounds from reducing what I was able to do drastically. But we're hoping that within the next year, not this spring coming up of 2026, but the following spring, 2027, we're hoping to have everything situated financially and job-wise to be able to move up to, we're looking at a couple of states. The main state I would love to live in is Alaska, but that's a little out of our scope. I don't think my wife and son would like it there because of the extreme cold. But the other place is Montana. It's in the lower 48, easier to get items. And we can still live that secluded homestead life if we needed. And we both work from home. We're both work comp adjusters. So as long as we have internet, we can work anywhere. So that's the main thing. And thankfully with technology nowadays, We can live in the middle of nowhere and have internet and power and don't have to worry about it. So, but as we go, we'll start documenting everything. We'll document the process of how we finalize where we're moving to and all our decisions that led us there and everything like that. So if y'all are interested, just stay tuned. I promise there'll be more content to come in the future. We're nearing the end of our 2-mile walk here. It's not quite 2 miles, it's a little under, but it's close enough. It gets the amount of steps in I need. Exercises the muscles, gets the heart pumping, and helps me get back into shape again. And then there's our neighbor, this blue house right here. They're the ones that own all the property up by the river. Own that big, beautiful house, and they live here. It doesn't make any sense sometimes. But yeah, there's one house further up there on the right, and then there's these 4 houses here and the one on the corner. But that's all the houses on my street. Across here is all empty, all the way across to the other street. So I hate it if they start building before we leave. We get bears that come out here, go through these woods, come up. We gotta keep our trash secure. Hundreds of turkeys. Man, if I wanted to, I could have taken a couple out for Thanksgiving, but you know, law-abiding citizen and all. Well, that's it for the walk today. See y'all next time.